Hi guys, thanks so much for being here. Let's move our bodies today. Let's get the energy flowing. Let's just move around in a way that honors ourselves, honors the energy within our bodies, honors our intuition and our inner guidance and inner knowing. So listening to your body and what it needs as we move through our practice today, knowing that my cues are just ideas and suggestions. So listening to what your body needs is the most important thing that you can always do in every situation. So we're going to begin in standing. Come into your mountain pose, feet about hips width distance apart. Let yourself rock back and forth. This is going to be a shorter practice, so we're going to kind of get right to it. You might wiggle your knees forward and back. You might shake your hands a little bit to let go of any tension. You might roll your shoulders a few times, maybe bounce your shoulders up and down. Let yourself settle here in this mountain pose. So keeping a slight bend in your knees, your belly button pulling towards your spine, your arms resting by your sides. Give your shoulders a nice big roll up, down, and back to release any tension. Release your shoulders away from your ears. Lift up tall through the crown of your head with your slight tilt forward of your chin. And let your eyes close down. If that feels okay. If that's not comfortable, then just keep a soft gaze out in front of you. And let yourself begin to follow your breath and see what your body is feeling in this moment. See what kind of energy is moving in your body. How did you show up on your mat today? Do you have a lot of things happen before you got here? Do you have a lot of things on your to-do list? See if you can set those things aside and let yourself ground into your practice, ground into this moment. Showing up for yourself fully and completely like you would your very best friend. Full present awareness in this moment and in each moment as we move through our practice today. Continue following your breath, feeling the air as it enters in through your nose, filling up deep into your belly, feeling your ribs expand, feeling your chest and heart lift. And then as you exhale, feel the softening and the release and the letting go. Take a few more rounds of breath. And then on your inhale, slowly lift your arms up to the sky, palms touch overhead. On your exhale, draw your hands down to your heart. If you'd like to set an intention, you can do that now. What kind of energy would you like to cultivate in your practice today? What would you like to draw into your life? Bowing your forehead to your fingertips, sealing in that intention. Slowly release the hands down by your side, keeping your chin pressing forward. Let your head rock side to side a few times. Maybe if you'd like, begin to draw some big circles with your nose, if that's okay with your neck. Being mindful of your body and what you're feeling. Reversing directions if you're taking those big circles. Otherwise, just continue to let your head sway side to side if that feels better for you. And releasing the movement, slowly lift up through the crown of your head. You can let your eyes softly flutter open if you'd like. Take an inhale, lift the arms high. On your exhale, let your right hand come down beside you. Your left fingertips reaching to the side as your right fingertips reach down towards the earth, coming into a nice side body stretch here. Play with your gaze. Find what works for you. On your inhale, come back through center. Both arms reach high. Exhale, let that left fingertips reach down, right fingertips reaching up and over. Breathing into that right side body. Slowly release, both arms reach up. Bend through your knees a little bit more. Take a deep inhale here. On your exhale, we're gonna twist to the right. So bring your right hand back behind you. Your left hand can come to the outside of that right hip. So you turn to the right. So your lower body is nice and strong and stable here. This is an upper body twist. Maybe you begin to look over that right shoulder. Slowly release, both arms reach high. Exhale, take that twist in the opposite direction. Noticing what you're feeling, noticing how one side might be different than the other. Never judging, just observing. Slowly release once again, both arms reach high, keeping that little bend in your knees. On your exhale, bring your hands back behind you. You can rest the pads of your hands on your low back with your fingertips reaching down. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back as you lift through your heart. You might imagine a string wrapped around your elbows, pulling them towards one another as you lift through your heart even more. Keep breathing into that space. Take one more inhale here, and then on your exhale, release the hands in front of you. Let them glide down your thighs to your knees as you bend even more, and we're going to flow through a few standing cat-cows. So on your inhale, tilt your head and your chin up towards the sky. Tilt your tailbone back as you create that arch in your spine. And then on your exhale, press into your knees. Chin comes to your chest as you round through your spine. Feeling the stretch through your shoulders and the back of the neck. And now we'll move with our breath here a few times. Deep inhale, heart shines forward. And exhale, rounding through the spine. 2 more times with the flow of your own breath. Pausing in your standing cat position, let your hands glide down your shins all the way down towards your ankles, keeping that nice bend in your knees. Let yourself hold on to opposite elbows if that feels good, coming into your ragdoll shape. You might rock side to side. If it feels better to let your hands hang down towards your mat and let your fingertips sweep side to side, then by all means listen. Listen to your inner guidance, that inner knowing. Maybe your hands come to blocks. Maybe your fingertips reach all the way down towards the earth. And if it feels good, begin to straighten the legs as much as feels comfortable to you. And again, find a little intuitive movement here. Maybe you rock forward and back. Maybe your toes lift up off of your mat as you rock back on your heels. Maybe you rock forward and come up onto your tippy toes. Feeling that nice energy, that opening through the backs of the legs. Letting your head and neck hang heavy, maybe shaking your head yes and no. Releasing any tension through the neck. And then when you're ready, on your inhale, walk your hands up to your shins or your knees. Come up to a halfway lift with a flat back. The crown of your head is reaching forward, your tailbone pointing straight back. Take a breath here. On your exhale, very slowly glide back down into your forward fold. Again, keeping as much of a bend in the knee as feels good for you. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Press into the strength and the power of your legs as you rise up on your next breath in. Fingertips reach up nice and tall. On your exhale, draw your hands down to your heart. Pause here. On your next breath in, lift the arms nice and high. On your exhales, you draw your hands down through your heart, slight bend in your knees as you come back down into that forward fold. From here, either plant your hands down on your mat, or you can grab your blocks, step your left foot way back and turn your toes so they're facing the long edge of your mat. Look down at your feet, make sure that that right heel is in alignment with the arch or the heel of that back foot. And then slowly begin to press yourself up, coming into your warrior two. Arms are reaching out to opposite sides and adjust as you need to. So nice deep bend through that right knee, keeping it right above the ankle. That left foot is pressing away from you. Both feet are rooted and grounded and your fingertips are reaching in opposite directions. You might begin to look over your right fingertips, keeping soft gaze here. Nice strong warrior two. Take another breath here. And then when you're ready, turn that right palm so it's facing up towards the sky. Begin to straighten out through that right knee as the left arm reaches down, right arm reaches up and back. Take another breath here. And then slowly bending through that knee, come back into your warrior two. And we're gonna find a little movement here, keeping that right palm facing up. Reach up and back, straightening out through that knee. Take a breath. Exhale, come into your warrior two. Inhale, straightening the leg, reach up and back. Exhale, sink down into your warrior two. 2 more times with your breath. Inhale, reaching up and back. And exhale, settling into the warrior two. Last time, deep breath in. And exhale, warrior two. Pause here for a breath. Let it all go. Begin to straighten out through that right leg as you reach your right fingertips forward, kicking that left hip towards the back of the room. So you're reaching your fingertips. Slowly begin to hinge from your waist, letting your right hand come down to your shin, down to the mat, down to a block, as that left arm reaches straight up to the sky, coming into your triangle pose. Breathing into that left side body. Taking a few more breaths here. Slowly, when you're ready, begin to rise back up, bending through that knee, coming back into your warrior two. And from here, release your hands down to your hips. Turn your feet, your right toes, so they're facing the long edge of that mat again, coming into a wide-legged stance here. Let's roll the shoulders a couple of times. And from here, inhale your arms up to the sky. On your exhale, begin to hinge from your hips, reaching your fingertips forward, pausing in center. Take another breath here. On your exhale, let your hands come all the way down to your mat. They might come to blocks. They might stay on your hips. And pause here in your wide fold. Feeling into the backs of the legs, bringing in any intuitive movement that you'd like. And then from here, walk both hands over to your left ankle. So if you want to bring your feet a little closer together, you can. On your inhale, you're going to let your hands glide up the outside of that left leg, coming through center, coming across your belly. And as you exhale, let them glide down the right leg, sweeping them over to the left once again. Inhale as you come up, bringing hands across the belly. Exhale as you sweep the hands down, coming back over to the left side. So we're kind of coming into a circular ragdoll type shape. And let your head and your neck be heavy here, following the movement. We'll do it 2 more times. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you round down. Last time in this direction. Big inhale. And exhale, pausing with your hands over on the right. Now we'll switch directions on your next in-breath, slowly bringing the hands up the outside of that right leg, sweeping across the belly. Exhale as they glide down the left, sweeping back over to the right. You know the movement now. Move at your own pace with your breath. Nice and slow and gentle. You might close your eyes, feel into it. Doing it a couple more times in this direction. Last one. Pausing in stillness in your wide forward fold whenever you're ready. Let yourself feel the sensation through the backs of the legs. From here, walking your hands out in front of you like you're coming into a really wide down dog. Press your palms into the floor in front of you as you lengthen through the spine. From here, keeping your left hand planted, reach that right arm over to the outside of your left calf, your left knee, your left ankle, wherever it reaches, and begin to look under that left arm. Breathing deeply. Slowly release that right hand back next to the left, and we'll do the same thing on the other side, reaching that left arm to the outside of that right calf, the right ankle, the right knee. Begin to look under your right arm. Slowly release, come back to center. Walk your hands back into center with a slight bend in your knees. Bring your hands to your hips and slowly lift your torso all the way up. Roll your shoulders a couple of times. And then from here, we'll set up to do our warrior 2 on the other side. So turn your left toes so they're facing the back edge of that mat. Right toes are facing the long edge, keeping that nice bend through your left knee. Bring your arms out to a T once you're ready, looking over those left fingertips. Strong warrior 2. Feet are rooted and grounded, strong and stable through your lower body. When you're ready, turn your left palm to face up to the sky. Drop that right hand down your back leg as you straighten through the left leg, reaching that left arm up and back. Taking a breath here. On your exhale, bending through your knee, coming back into your warrior 2. We'll do the same thing, moving with our breath on this side. Inhale, straighten that left knee, fingertips reach up and back. Exhale, sinking back down into your warrior 2. 3 more times with your breath. Deep inhale. And exhale, slow and controlled. Big breath in. And out. Last time, big inhale. And exhale. Pause here in your warrior 2 for a couple of breaths. Slowly release your hands down to your hips once again. Turn those left toes so that you're coming back into that nice wide stance. Bring your heels in slightly so your toes are pointing out at an angle. Take a deep inhale, lift the arms high. On your exhale, hinge from your hips once again. Bring your hands all the way down to your mat. Begin to walk your hands over to the right, bending through that right knee, coming into a lunge. Walk your hands through center, come over to the left, bringing your lunge to the other side. And then find the intuitive movement here, that organic movement that's right for your body. Swaying side to side or holding one side if you'd like. Maybe coming to a deep bend through that knee, bringing the toes to face up in your Skandasana pose. Holding to one side if you'd like. Take a few more breaths here in the movement that feels right for you. And then from here, with your hands resting down on your mat or onto blocks, begin to heel toe your feet towards one another until they're about hip-width distance apart. Coming back into your forward fold. You can keep a little bend in your knees still if you'd like. On your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root your feet, rise up, arms reach up overhead. On your exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Go ahead and step to the top of your mat, facing forward once again. Take another inhale, lift the arms up nice and high. On your exhale, hands come through heart center, come back into your forward fold. Plant your palms, step back into downward facing dog. And again, either find a little movement or stillness in your down dog as always. Listening, moving in a way that feels good and right in your body. And then we'll all drop our knees, coming into a tabletop position. Spread your knees wide, keeping your toes to touch, releasing your hips back towards your heels, and come into a child's pose and take a pause here. A little moment to reset. With your hands outstretched in front of you, keep your left hand planted. Take that right hand, thread it underneath that left arm, coming into a thread the needle from our child's pose. So if this isn't comfortable for you in child's pose, you can lift your knees up and come into a regular thread the needle. So find what works for you. I find that in the child's pose, I get a deeper stretch through the back of the shoulder. Maybe you look under that right arm, the left arm, excuse me. When you're ready, very slowly unwind, reach the right fingertips forward. Same thing on the other side, walk that left hand back, thread it under your right arm, coming down onto the left side of the head as you look under your right arm. Your thread the needle on the other side, breathing deep. Continue connecting with the breath. Slowly releasing, unwinding, walking those left fingertips forward. Once again, nice deep stretch through the spine here. And when you're ready, coming back up onto all fours. From here, just begin to walk your knees forward, cross at your ankles, and go ahead and sit your hips back, or just release onto one hip, swinging your seat back behind you. From here, bend through your knees. Keep your feet together, holding on to the fronts of the knees. Begin to let your knees splay open as you lift through the heart, lifting your chin and your gaze, taking a breath here. On your exhale, bring your knees back together as you round through your spine. Chin comes towards your chest, rocking way back, feeling that nice deep stretch through the shoulders and the upper back. And now we'll move with the breath. Inhale, let the knees fall open, lift the heart, lift the chin, lift the gaze. And exhale, rocking back, knees come back together, chin comes to your chest. A few more times with your breath. Last one, big breath in and out. Keeping your knees together with your hands supported. You can bring your hands to the backs of the thighs if you'd like. Slowly begin to lower your spine all the way down towards your mat. From here, bringing your left hand to your heart, your right hand onto your belly. You can walk your heels back towards you. And if you'd like to reach down with your hands to support your legs, let your knees fall open, bringing the soles of the feet together, coming into our reclining bound angle pose. And close your eyes if you'd like, returning the hands to the heart or the belly. If this isn't comfortable, let your hands fall by your sides, palms facing up maybe, in that effort to receive. Connecting with the breath here for a few more rounds, letting yourself settle. Reaching down with your hands, grabbing the outsides of your thighs, slowly guide your knees back together. Hug your knees into your chest for a moment. Take some gentle rocks side to side. Maybe hugging your nose up towards your knees. This isn't too much on your neck. Giving everything a nice big squeeze here. You might circle your ankles or point and flex your feet. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to let everything extend. Sending your legs out in front of you, bringing your arms by your side, letting your spine rest down fully on your mat, coming into your version of Shavasana. Shorter practice today. We won't hold Shavasana for a long time, but you are welcome to stay there for as long as you'd like, knowing this is the most important pose of your practice, where your body can bring healing to the body, the mind, and the spirit. Fully letting go. Shavasana. Again, you are welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, but if you're ready, begin to deepen your breath slightly. Bring your awareness back to the breath, back to the body. Adding on those very gentle, subtle movements, beginning to wake yourself up, wiggling your fingers and toes, circling your wrists and your ankles, maybe rocking your head side to side. If you'd like, reaching arms up and overhead, take that nice deep full body stretch like you're just waking yourself up. And then when you're ready, bending through your knees, allow yourself to rock onto whichever side would feel best to you, coming into your fetus pose. Let yourself pause there, breathing into that energy of rebirth, fresh starts, and new beginnings. Knowing the choice is yours, what you'd like to do with all this beautiful energy you've created on your mat today. As always, my hope is that you'll use it to bring more love, more joy, more peace into your life, and then extend that energy out into the world. When you're ready, use the strength of your upper body to slowly press yourself up to a comfortable seat, keeping your eyes closed down if that feels okay, or just keeping that soft gaze. Let your hands fall into your lap, palms face down for just a moment, pausing here, bringing in that grounding energy. And then when you're ready, bringing hands to heart center in prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Bowing forehead to fingertips, connecting head to heart, and sealing in your practice, the light in me honors and deeply, deeply bows to the light in each of you. With so much love and gratitude for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. I hope you have an amazing day. I know that was a shorter practice, but I want to give options for people who are having a little bit of a time crunch, so that you know that a practice, your yoga practice, does not have to be a long, drawn-out practice. Those are wonderful, but when you're short in time, sometimes even 5 minutes showing up for yourself on your mat is all you need. So I want to encourage you to bring this practice into your daily life, no matter how much time you have. Thanks for being here.